Chapter 13. An improvement on Jacob's ladder. Next morning, Resendile, after doing some work, while listening to songs sang by his fellowmen, Rupert joined him. Rupert, being a far-sighted person, commented that Resendile is in love, but Resendile, negated and replied, "Not with life." Later, Resendile, being smart gentleman, showed his concern that Rupert doesn't even know how to address the king, and my brother Michael should hire another messenger instead of him. Meanwhile, Rupert inquired why Resendile is behaving ridiculously. Resendile, replied that he will choose his own name rather. Rupert in return replied to Resendile that "you are a man after my own heart," means Resendile and Rupert share same likes and dislikes. Resendile further notified him about his notion of honesty with his men, as Resendile is always faithful towards his men and gives respect to women. Rupert darted a glance at Resendile. Meanwhile, Resendile asking about his mother, whether his mother is alive or dead. Rupert, negated. Resendile commented that she might thank God. Further, Resendile asked Rupert what's the message that he wanted to convey. He said that the same one, sir. That is Michael, offers you a safe conduct across the frontier and 1,000,000 crowns. Resendile replied that he would rather prefer Michael's offer if he was bound to one. Rupert replied that he already knew his answer and added, "Michael doesn't even know how intelligent you are, as you are so intelligent enough to understand a gentleman like Michael doesn't intelligent enough to understand a gentleman like you." Later, Rupert warned Resendile about upcoming trap designed for him. But Resendile, by being brave, said to Rupert that Rupert would not live to see it. Afterwards, Resendile asked Rupert about King's well-being. Rupert replied that he is alive. Meanwhile, the conversation between Rupert and Resendile ended on a harsh note. Rupert, while leaving, darted out his left hand towards Resendile by flashing a dagger in air, struck on Resendile's left shoulder, leaped upon his horse, and was off like an arrow. Resendile, bleeding profusely, lying unconscious for a while. Later, Resendile was being informed that Johann finally arrived at castle. In order to gain Johann's confidence, Resendile said to Johann that if he shared the truth, then Resendile would offer rewards in return. Johann, unveiling the secret plan of Michael, shared with Resendile that king is being captivated in old castle cell, having one square window, followed by the inner connecting room, where 2 guards at alternate time guarded king, carrying a key to that room always with them. And further, Johann notified Resendile that if there was an attack on a castle, then one of the soldiers, Richard or Rupert, will kill king, while the rest of the 3 would defend the outer room. Further, he said, after killing kings, his body, tied with weight, dragged towards the window, choked by a great pipe, raised with the help of a pulley. By bringing close to the mouth of the pipe, inserting the feet in the pipe, the body will slide down into the 20 feet deep moat, while the rest of the Michael's soldier, screaming, "All is well," would use the same pipe to rescue themselves by sliding down through the pipe, swim across the moat, hauled through ropes by the men waiting on the other side, and soon joined Michael. After unveiling the secret nasty plan of Michael, Johann asking Rosendile to save him from Michael's vengeance. If he fell into his hands, he would rather prefer a speedy death other than from Michael. Rosendile, after knowing the secret plan, confirmed from Johann whether the king knew about this plan or not. Johann further said, to Rosendile that Johann and his brother Maxhoff put up the pipe under the orders of Hensu, and when king asked about this pipe, Rupert replied to king, "It's a new improvement on the ladder of Jacob, sir." Later, Rosendile asked Johann not to tell anyone who is the prisoner of Zenda. If he told the truth, Rosendile would kill him, that is Johann. Later, Rosendile replied that it was a hard nut to crack. Colonel Sepp also agreed with Rosendile. Meanwhile, Rosendile made a peculiar comment that only the treachery could bring back king. Treachery made by Duke's followers would bring king, or a miracle from heaven.